Okay, let's go into some rank games with a random character, and so we're going to get today. It looks like we are playing the Mage. Now, we do start off with a Dark Frenzy, which means we might have a chance to get ourselves a Null Blade. We could grab ourselves an early Delos, which will give us an insane amount of mana. So maybe we might want to go for that. Probably going to go for Delos from the beginning. So we want to stack up loads and loads of mana first. So going for a bunch of ones will be insane actually, so we do want to grab you with this as well. The Health Pot is fantastic with the Puzzle Bag because again, we're going to be going slow at the beginning. And then we can pretty much keep ourselves healthy. Now we do want to speed up our broom, but I also really want to speed up our wand as well. Going to actually roll though, and do we want to grab ourselves the Magic for Dummies? The thing is, you won't be able to get too much mana from the get-go anyways. We could, however, grab this and potentially craft up a strong Hellbot, which I'm kind of down for, and then we just venture on with this for now. I'm still going to use this just to speed up our broom because it's going to be going terribly slow at the beginning, but then after 5 seconds, it's going to be going super speedy. And the Hellbot is going to cleanse the poison our opponent is going to be stacking up onto us. So we heal back up, we should be able to get everything going faster and faster. Now, there's a lot of blind onto us, which is super problematic, but once we stack up a lot of ones, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. And hell yeah. Not bad. We get a strong Hellbot. We could grab ourselves a big old shiny shell, which I'm down for, and a fanny pack. I'll be taking. There's also a room bag, which I don't really want to be taking, but I also really want to grab ourselves a bunch of ones. Then we could go for Falcon Blade in this as well to speed these up too, which would make a lot of sense. But I'm going to keep it going. And I'm going to waste all my gold rolling because all I really want to do again is find as much ones as possible. Because each one is going to stack up our buffs. Once we get ourselves a Darklos or Delos, we should be able to get a lot of freaking buffs for ourselves. Loads of mana, so we can start getting some insane amounts of power. And we are taking on this engineer with insane amount of heat stacking. That's for sure. But now, again, our luck is stacking up, even though we are inflicting ourselves a lot of blinds. And we do manage to get the wins once again. However, we do have a choice to make. Sealed Deal, which turns our mana into empower. We also get loads of trades. I'm extremely happy with this. Yeah, I'm going to take it. Now I really want to go for Falcon Blade because Sealed Deal, Falcon Blade, make it go super speedy. Yeah, I'm probably going to try and go ahead and go for that. Let's grab you with the bit of regen. I'm going to sell you to grab it so we get a bunch of vampirism from the get-go. And let's roll to see if we can get ourselves a trade. And I will be taking all these items. Holy moly, that's a great freaking shop. So I am going to move on with this. We're going to craft up this hero sword. We're going to speed everything else up. Yeah, it should be fantastic. We've got a strong health bot so we can keep ourselves healthy, give us more regen. And every buff that we're going to be scaling up with our wand is going to be transformed into other buffs. Like vampirism, like empower, like spikes. Yeah, it should be fantastic. Although our opponent does have a lot of damage onto us and that poison was just way too much. Unfortunately. We only got ourselves in our broom. But let's take you with this first of all. The Amulet of Fortune, increase your chance-based effects. It's not too crazy for us, but let's also grab you too. So we get a little bit extra max life. But let's get moving on once again. Is a tiny hero sword going to be enough to win out by itself? I mean, more than likely, no. But once we get our next wand in, again, we're going to be stacking up a lot more buffs for ourselves. Potentially. But opponent does have a lot of damage. They're going to have some lifesteal during that battle rage. These stones are going to be doing some big damage. They're going to get some empower stacked up themselves with this shell totem. We have an insane amount of vampirism, and that blind is come back to bite us in the butt. 1,000,000%. So our accuracy is going to be kind of garbage. 50%. So if we don't hit, we don't lifesteal. And we do want to fall short once again. Now, you see how insane this trade is? I'm taking this in a heartbeat. A big old golden frying pan. I'm probably not going to lean too much into it. We also want to take as much customer cards as possible. Do we take the extra bit of storage then? I mean, probably. We can also get more and more buffs if we want to. We can also move it up top so we can speed that up as well. But I'm using Excalibur right now because it's going to give us a crap ton more damage. Just an insane amount more damage. We're not going to be going heavily too into it because we don't exactly have any food items. We could try to pivot into it. Maybe I'm crazy for not wanting to go for it. But that trade was nuts. And this is so much better than our tiny little hero sword. 1,000,000%. Although, it's a lot of blinds stacked up, a lot of coals. Never mind, we do manage to get the win. Now, speaking of insane, that is Cthulhu. I mean, if we get ourselves something like a chili pepper, we can actually make this guy go incredibly fast. I'm going to take this trade though. This trade so we can refund some buffs. Basically placing this in so we can refund that would be kind of sweet. Am I really going to go for Cthulhu? Do we sell this then? As mad as it is, I'm going to sell them. Let's take another customer card. We do want to craft it up and we do want to grab ourselves another wand and then roll again. Mana orb? None of these. I don't exactly want to get, but we also need to find ourselves a food item also. But this guy we do want to place in here as well so we can speed it up since it is a dark item. But hey, I'm going to prioritize for Cthulhu. This guy deals 10 damage but also lifesteal like crazy as well. So all in all, it should be fantastic. It doesn't require accuracy, so the blind we do stack up doesn't matter from a Dark Frenzy anymore. We should be able to lifesteal by an insane amount. However, it's a lot of poison, which is going to be hugely problematic once again. So can Cthulhu keep us alive? I mean, if we get it going faster, maybe, but right now it's not looking too great for us, unfortunately. Maybe we should have kept our golden frying pan. That probably would have been clever. Now at this point, we could also go for Null Blade instead. Now, do you also give crit chance to our Cthulhu? Hell yeah, you do. I think maybe we probably should go for Null Blade, right? Our weapon situation is kind of due to trash. But also giving crits to our Cthulhu is kind of insane as well. That I actually really want to take out. Let's also grab you as well. Let's figure out how the hell we're going to fit this in. Most of all, we probably just want to place you in like so, but then also maybe move you down below into maybe this position. Then maybe move you up top so we can speed you up a little bit faster, then place you in as well. All in all, not looking too bad actually. We can increase our crit chance. We might have to lose one of our wands for now. We can also trade this for a wooden sword, which we can sell pretty much instantly and then sell you and just take a stamina sack. So we can place that in. But let's get moving on once again. So, yeah, we should be in a great spot. 25% crit chance on Cthulhu, 28.7%. Since we increased a little bit, is kind of nice. You can deal more damage, you can lifesteal a little bit more. Our opponent is pretty much stealing all our buffs with that freaking Kyle. But with Cthulhu, we can keep ourselves healthy. We also get a lot of buffs right now, which seal a deal as well. And it's looking a hell of a lot better than last round for sure. And not bad. I'm also going to get an insane weapon with that Null Blade. Now here's the question. Do we always want to go for Harald the Hateful Hat here? We get a bunch of buffs. It's a dark item. It speeds up our Cthulhu. Or would it be kind of awesome to go for Spirit Bells? Cthulhu type play. Give us damage reduction. We get more cats. We get more crits. I'm going to do something a little bit crazy and grab ourselves Spirit Bells. Now I'm going to keep rolling and I do want to grab some heat. And you finally show up with a pair of gloves. Yeah, we're probably not going to go for you anymore. For now though, we also want to grab ourselves that set of blueberries. Let's also take you as well. Make sure we have you in as a roll. So we can try to get some trades, which we didn't get a single one, unfortunately. But I kind of still want to roll. Now another trade. Let's go ahead and sell you, and I want to take it. Because every trade is going to be extremely nice for us. Now we also want to pivot this down below. Place you in like so, and then place you in up top into this spot. So we can speed you up a little bit as well. Have you in like so as well. Increase the damage on our Null Blade. Also, we get our mana from our Cthulhu. We can place that in to reflect a lot of debuffs. We get our effect from the Spirit Bells, which I would like to place it in a different spot. Although we could place you in like so, maybe that's better. Then our ones just get fired in also. Also move this over so we get increased crit chance. And now you're going to trigger our blueberries. Now you're going to use our luck and our region to give us buffs, which makes Seal the Deal a little bit worse actually. But I'm still going to keep it. So I want those traits. But damage reductions, we can steal buffs, we can scale for damage, get our Cthulhu going fast. Should be kind of nice actually. But what I want to do is get a bunch of heats and go for a heat stacking Cthulhu, make everything going faster. Or we got loads of power. Our Null Blade is dealing at about 30 DPS. And yeah, this is insanely more awesome. Now speaking of a trade, this is one I actually don't want. As mad as it is, I'm going to reroll this trade for Mana Pot. I mean, I also don't really want, because we should have a good bit of crit chance, or trade chance, 25%, with another 30%, with another 10%. I might just grab these for now. Puzzle bag improvements for more buffs I don't really want, and holy vampiric. What are these trades, man? I don't want any of these trades. Let's keep it going. A Dark Frenzy? I mean, we could also go for a Devouring Spear as well. Give us Vampirism. I'm also kind of down for it. Also, this could be kind of nuts too. Give us a bunch of block. I think for now, I'm going to sell this and I will be taking this Dark Frenzy. Slotting in here for now as well and making this guy go as fast as possible. Do we want the mana orb to generate up insane amounts of mana for ourselves? I mean, probably, right? Do we want this as well? I mean, we could just use the Dark Frenzy to speed this Cthulhu up to be the fastest Cthulhu of all time. Or do we want to go for this Devouring Spear for Vampirism scaling? I mean, probably. It's also going to deal some effect damage, so yeah, let's actually go ahead and grab it. But for now, this should be kind of sweet. Because again, the faster we get this Cthulhu going, the better. And he's already 1.7 seconds within our puzzle bag as well. Which means it's going to go into every second deal 10 effect damage with lifesteal. And activate our blueberries so we can keep scaling up our buffs. And this is insanely more awesome. Now we can trade up our cat for a hammer, which I don't think I'd ever do. We could also go for By the Holy Light, which honestly is probably the best we're going to get, speeding up our Null Blade. And that is Happy Bomb also, which makes our effect damage deal more damage. I mean, I really should take this more often. Maybe this is the time to take it, but I'm also actually not really wanting it. I do want to craft up the Devouring Spear though with our mana orb as well. And then I just kind of want to roll. We could trade up for a fancy rapier, which I don't really want either. And I might actually place this in. Maybe grab this in the next rounds and venture on with this for now as well. Now, I probably should have actually placed this down a little bit so we can get our Null Blade to scale up our mana a little bit faster as well. But we should be able to generate up insane amounts of mana, which then our blueberry is going to be scaling up our luck. And it's not going to be too bad, right? Hell yeah, it's not. Now, this pop as well. Is pop going to be great? I mean, it does attack faster for each mana we do have. It's a pet as well, so we can try to get some damage reduction as well. Since it is on self retreat, might as well grab it with you as well. The puzzle bag of love, you know what? I kind of do want to grab this, because that will actually give you more lifesteal. And we could go for another Dark Frenzy of all things. But there's not much else I do kind of want to sell, unfortunately. Now I'm going to put a mana orb in here. It should be kind of nice on our Cthulhu. We're still going to speed him up. We're going to get crit chance on all our freaking pets. And yeah, let's get moving on. Dark Frenzy, I do want to grab to, again, speed everything up. Maybe go for a second Null Blade. This guy's going to be going decently fast as well. And what I really want to find is a bunch of cupcakes and a little bit more heat stacked up. So we can just have a cupcakes being triggered on a Cthulhu to make him going faster and faster. And this is not going to be close at all. Hell yeah. Now, we could make this trade, but I don't really want to either. We will take you though. We'll keep it rolling, and that is a second Null Blade. Double Null Blade type situation. The thing is, I don't think we really need a second Null Blade. I think it's probably just going to eat up too much stamina. It's going to use up too much buffs. I'm going to ignore it for now, as well as a Glowing Crown being on itself for 6. I might grab it as I continue to roll. And that is a trade and a half. We'll use our health to either give us mana, luck, or regen. I gotta take it. I do want to place this in also. Then move you over slightly, then place you in as well. Do we want this Glowing Crown? Also, probably do. I'm just going to deal some big damage based on our spells as well. Crafted ones do count twice. Or dark ones count twice, actually. So do we want to grab ourselves another Dark Frenzy? Probably, right? So we can deal a lot of effect damage. We're going to be making this guy go incredibly fast, 1.5 seconds. You're still at 3.1, which will deal more effect damage, but also give us whatever buff we're stacking up, which will more than likely just be mana, which is going to be okay, because again, we can scale up a lot of power, we can get a big mana bomb, we can get invincibility, which helps us stay alive, and pretty much win out no problems at all. So not bad. And we can also make this trade. We can grab a dragon for heat from the beginning. I mean, maybe. We will take you though, and just continue to roll. And it will take the storage. Could grab the puzzle bag improvements. We could also grab you as well, but I'm not going to. And that is a super cheap prismatic orb, which I mean at this point is going to be incredibly valuable. I don't ever really want to ever take that trade. We're slowly losing all our ones, but this prismatic orb is going to be here, gives 8 mana off the rip. Looks like we're going to leave behind the heat stacking type and dream. We also inflict a decent bit of few debuffs at the beginning, and we should have increased your healing efficiency as well. So this is kind of an interesting build, because we're going to be dealing a lot of effect damage. If we had an Amulet of Darkness, then we could be an insane debuff stacking type builds and smashing. Now, should we take our points run? I mean, in terms of DPS, we do have about a 63 DPS, being Null Blade, Cthulhu, Pop, Devouring Spear, all put in some work for us. In terms of heals, we do have 40 healing per second, Cthulhu given 20, then our Devouring Spear, and then our Vampirism on top, with 7 max health gains, and in terms of block, we had 0 block. But let's continue on. I feel like we got a decent... What the hell is this trade I'm taking in a heartbeat? We might have just broke the game with this. Like, genuinely. Let's also take you with some extra storage, and then we keep rolling. That is another mana orb. We could just keep exploding with mana orbs and get as much buffs as possible. I'm definitely going to be down for it. And I would love to place it in pretty much somewhere else. Kind of like in this spot. So maybe we'll move this up top and have you in like so. And that's kind of awesome. And then we place you back in. And then we just place this in to let it go by itself. And then we just venture on. And... yeah, this is going to be insane. We deal so much effect damage that we can start dealing a lot of debuffs. Because Cthulhu is going to deal effect damage, Devouring Spear, and one of distance also. But opponent is also inflicting a lot of debuffs. They're going to be inflicting lots of poison. They're going to be dealing some big damage to us. And unfortunately, we couldn't really put a dent through their armor. Yeah, they had way too much defenses. Now, we can trade this up for you, which I'm kind of down for, but I'm not probably wanting to use you. We'll take another customer card. I'll grab you since you're on sale and then roll again, and that is a Cupcake Goobert. Lots of heals, lots of buff generation. I mean, we'll take it because this guy will sell for quite a bit as well. 6 goals. We'll take a little bit more storage. We could also go for the Puzzle Bag of Runes and inflict some more debuffs with this as well. I mean, I kind of want to grab that, as mad as that is. And the problem is, storage-wise, makes it insane amounts more difficult. Also, we could have went for Prismatic Wand, or do we want to keep this as a Prismatic Orb? I do like starting off with a lot of mana, so maybe we will keep it like this for now as well. Place you back in, we get more dark items. We could get more damage on our Pop, which I'm kind of down for as well. Do we sell good old Cupcake Gooberts? I'm never ever taking this trade. I will, however, grab you. And that's a second Amulet Darkness of all things. I mean, that is kind of nuts, isn't it? I also do want to craft you up, but this also needs to be back in here. But yeah, we get 12 mana off the rip. We get 12% increased healing efficiency. Lots of debuffs inflicted. Double Amulet Darkness is kind of nuts for us. I do kind of want to roll again, and that is kind of what I want to grab also. Problem is, how the hell are we going to get it? Do we sell our little bit of healing herbs? Probably, right? Yeah, because I really do want to craft this up into another Wand of Dissonance. Which means we might have to move this out so we can craft it up. And yeah, we're going to be running through a lot of HP, which could be troublesome for sure. But getting another Wand of Dissonance, which means more effect damage, which means more debuff stacking. Yeah, it should be kind of nice. And with double Amulet Darkness in, look at these debuffs rack up. Now, if we actually had a Prismatic Sword, we could be inflicting a crap ton more debuffs on top of that. But this is looking broken as hell. Especially now we're getting another wand also. Now, never ever take that trade. 1,000,000,000% never. Let's keep it rolling. Frying Pan's back again. We could also use our mana to give it a regen and heals. Which honestly, at this point, I might actually have to grab because we're going to be running through our HP like there's no tomorrow. And that is a Cupcake. We can also stack up loads of mana. We could also get another Wand of Dissonance. Should we grab the Cupcake instead of our set of blueberries? I mean, we do want to prioritize whatever food this actually activates. So having only one on it with all the rest of the dark items is awesome. But are we going to take another Encyclopedia of Darkness and go for another one? Hell yeah, I am, because it's going to be so much debuffs. It is going to be awesome. And we get our invincibility right off the rip because we get our freaking mana used up. And it shouldn't be too bad, right? Lots of cold, lots of blind, little bits of poison, and everything else is toast. Hell yeah. And that is double Encyclopedia of Darkness with a Snow Cake on top. Well, I do want to take both. Do we want to take Snow Cake? It also deals effect damage. I really do want to grab it. The problem is we need some storage right now. And unfortunately it's given us tiny bits of storage. Let's make sure we craft you up. We might have to take you out so we can craft you up as well. And maybe sell a stone to keep rolling. And then we just venture on with this, see if we're going to be able to win out with more Encyclopedia of Darkness. We're going to have infinite mana stacking, but we're also going to use up a crazy amount of our own HP. We also inflict a lot of blinds. Our opponent is going to have loads and loads of buffs, and unfortunately, that does beat us out. They just countered us completely. However, again, we got our wands. We also got this storage, which I'm going to have to grab. It also gives us plus a bag of energy. I'll take the helmet. We'll keep it rolling, and I don't want this either, but we might have to take this also, right? Slot that in up top. Another rune bag, which we could take, but I don't really want that. You're also not a pet, you're a food item. Wait. We could say goodbye to this. I forgot that you're a food item. How the hell did I forget Snowcake was a food item? So do you want to prioritize Snowcake onto you? Probably, right? Dealing effect damage, double combo. Yeah, that's an insane combo for us. Let's keep rolling, looking for trades. Probably don't want to grab you. We could grab ourselves another prismatic orb. I mean, I'd love to grab ourselves another glowing crown because our defenses are a bit lackluster, especially when we're going to be using up so much of our HP. I'm going to keep it rolling. Don't ever want to get rid of you. Let's keep it moving. I do want to grab this, so maybe I'll sell you to go ahead and take it. And it is another Out of Darkness. Surely, this should be enough debuff stacking. Again, we're going to be running through a lot of stamina. We get our invincibility, a lot of stamina, I mean lots of life. Our opponent is going to have 71% heal reduction onto us. But look at these debuffs stacked up. And holy moly, hell yeah. And I didn't even realize that this was the final round. I was having so much fun. Not bad. But yeah, we actually ended up with about 110 DPS. Cthulhu, Devouring Spear, even Snowcake added in some good DPS. 100 damage per second. With crazy debuffs as well in terms of heals. Our healing was probably super low. Hell yeah, it was, because we have so much heal reduction onto us. In terms of block, we had no block at all. So if our opponent has heal reduction, we're kind of screwed because we need to heal up for once. But I mean, the debuffs was insane, wasn't it? And we did only survive with 2 lives left, but how much rank points is that going to give us? Plus 10? Hell yeah. But anyways, I'm going to jump into some round 80 devices to see if we can smash out some other builds. Can we debuff our way to victory? We are facing a 7 million owl cupcake staff. They're going to be duplicating every buff that this is going to be generating. If they can get buffs. Because they do have to on attack. Never mind, accuracy doesn't matter, but we slow them down and everything else is going to be toast. And can we deal with a Panzer Dragon adventure with the skills? The Thunder Drake, they're going to get themselves a Moon Ring. They're going to get lots of buffs, but again, we got lots of cold, so we should be able to deal lots of effect damage. We get their invincibility, which stops us from dealing damage, but hell yeah, we can still mash out. I mean, can we deal with a invincibility cloak, cold mirror type build? I mean, this could be kind of dicey because they're going to be flicking those debuffs back onto us, which means the lightsaber is going to deal some awesome damage. But blind doesn't matter too much to us, right? Because we still deal all our damage, and hell yeah, not bad.